saves. Only Trevor Frank of High Point. A little bit of trouble here. A leadoff walk to James Skelton, and now behind 3-1 to Castillo. And Isaiah Tejada on deck. He's walked so far tonight as well, and 0 for 2 though otherwise. Kevin McGowan threw 7 scoreless innings, struck out 7 as well. Kevin Comer threw a scoreless 8th. That's Paulino now, the 3-1 pitch to Castillo. Castillo fouls that left side right behind me here, so a 3-2 now count. We'll see if James Skelton is on the move. Dennis Phipps' 2-run home run back in the 4th inning did all the damage for the Skeeters. Phippsy had a grand slam in yesterday's game, which tied it up with 2 outs in the 9th. And the full count pitch is fouled back by Castillo, so still full here with no down at the top of the 9th. And if you're just joining us, you may have missed one of the weirder things I've ever seen personally at Constellation Field. The entire power went out. Every light in the stadium went pitch black as Felipe Paulino was getting ready to begin the 9th inning. It was really only about a 10-minute delay, not too much. The power went on, and thankfully baseball has resumed. It's just 9:40 here in Sugar Land, Texas. The full count pitch swung on a miss. A nice backdoor breaking ball. Paulino gets Castillo swinging and missing. So 1 down here for Jumbo as he looks for save number 4 on this young season. And in steps Isaiah Tejada. A ground ball here could end things with 1 down. James Skelton with a leadoff walk. He's on first base. Tejada 0 for 2 with a walk today. Tejada really likes to take his time in between getting into the batter's box and getting to the first pitch thrown. I mean, been about a solid 30 seconds here. He stepped out, is still swinging the bat around. Felipe Paulino gets into a stretch now. Not a big lead there for Skelton there at first base. First pitch to Tejada is a fastball in for a strike on the outside part of the plate. You talk about pitchers, you think of guys like Steve Traxel, Rafael Betancourt, pitchers that take a long time to get onto the mound. Well, Tejada taking his good old time getting into the batter's box. It works both ways. It works for hitters as well. The 0-1 now. Tejada lines that foul, so quickly down 0-2 as Felipe already has 1 strikeout this inning, and much like last year, his strikeout to walk ratio was insane, and this year already off to a good start. Had 9 strikeouts in 7 innings. Just got his 10th there with Henry Castillo. Not for a little bit of a string of tough outings last year. Felipe would have had a sub-1 ERA. He ended up 2-2 with a 1.18 ERA and 54 appearances, which was, those 54 appearances put him in the top 5 in the league. The 0-2 fastball taken for strike 3 on the outside edge, and Tejada is going to try to plead his case, but nonetheless, he is down on strikes for out number 2 here, and Tejada still pleading his case. But 2 down here in the bottom of the top of the 9th inning. Skeeters ahead 2-0. And the last man standing for York is the first baseman, Telvin Nash. Felipe Paulino has struck out back-to-back batters after issuing a leadoff walk to James Skelton. Felipe coming into Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses this year, and that's a pretty good song to come into. She shares that with Craig Kimbrell, former Braves closer also with the Red Sox last year. He comes into that song too, so he's in good company there with that intro music. First pitch to Telvin Nash is a beautiful breaking ball, but is called a ball on the low inside part of the plate. Nash has 4 home runs. He was tied for second in the league with Dennis Phipps, but Phipps has climbed up into the top 2. He's actually tied for the league lead with Jerry Mitchell now, so Nash tied for 3rd with his 4 home runs, and that breaking ball in for a strike. He got that one a little bit more toward the middle of the plate. 1-1 now to the York first baseman, who comes into this at bat 0 for 3. He grounded in double play back on the 4th, also has flown out and then grounded out to the pitcher. So Kevin McGowan would pick up his 2nd straight winning decision here. Felipe Paulino looking for save number 4. James Skelton on first base. Telvin Nash serving as the tie-in run now. The 1-1 to Telvin is a fastball up and in. Swung on a miss. Felipe Paulino had him in knots there. So down to the last strike are the York Revolution. A little bit of a delay to the 9th inning. The power went out here at Constellation Field, but it's back up in time for Felipe Paulino to get 2 quick outs. James Skeldon on first base, and York down to their final strike on this Wednesday night game. The 1-2 now from Paulino to Nash. Fastball, take it for strike 3. Jumbo locks it down, strikes out the side, and the Skeeters, they're going to win this one. Light up that Texas scoreboard. That's a dub for your defending champs. Skeeters, 2-0 winners on Wednesday night here at Constellation Field. They take the edge in this series 2-1. It was an interesting ball game, had a little bit of everything, a couple of home runs, a power outage, a beautiful outing from the Skeeters starting pitcher, and it ends with the Skeeters victory. That's all I can ask for. The Skeeters, they move to 12-8 with the win. York falls to 5-13 as they continue to scuffle here out of the gates. Be back here in just a moment. We'll give you some tidbits from tonight's game, preview tomorrow night's pitching matchup. We'll be back here in just a moment. Welcome back after that quick break there. The Skeeters, they win tonight 2-0 over the York Revolution. And it was a pitcher's duel after 19 total runs were scored in yesterday's game. Not quite the offensive fireworks. Dennis Phipps' two-run home run in the bottom of the 4th inning. All the scoring the Skeeters would need. As a beautifully pitched game from Kevin McGowan. He threw 7 scoreless and moves to 2-2 on the year. The Skeeters pick up their second shutout win of the season. Taking the loss, that was Daniel Miner, who surrendered that home run to Dennis Phipps. He moves to 0-2 on the year. Felipe Paulino was saved number 4. So the Skeeters, despite losing a plethora of players, continue to just do enough to win ball games. And tonight, it was Kevin McGowan, who just mentioned, threw 7 scoreless, a season-high 7 scoreless, and a season-high 7 strikeouts. That's the most from any Skeeters pitcher this year. And Dennis Phipps, who had a grand slam to tie it up with 2 outs in the 9th inning, continues his power tear, and his 2-run home run today lifts the Skeeters offense to the victory. Well, that's going to do it for me, Ryan Posner. As I mentioned, I will not be on the call for the next 4 games. I'm heading back home for my best friend Joey's wedding. I'll be the best man. It's the first time I'll serve as a best man for a wedding, so hoping I do him proud here, and I hope I've done you guys proud, as I'll turn it over to Brandon MacArthur for the next 4 nights, and I know he will do a fantastic job, so you guys will be in great hands. That's going to do it here tonight from Constellation Field. Ryan Posner signing out. Skeeters win 2-0. See you back here at 7:05 p.m. on a Thursday night game.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Attention, please. Attention, please.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.